Hello guys, if you have trouble following through and actually getting your training done, this is for you because I will go through some tips that will allow you to make sure that you get all of your trainings done no matter what. Hello, my name is Daniel Weiss, I'm a sports nutrition and lifestyle coach and I help athletes of all levels to thrive. That means to improve their energy, health, and as a result, their performance. So let's get to this. In 3 points, what we will speak about today is how to plan ahead, what to plan ahead, how to design your environment so you make sure that you get your training done, and then some things about how to actually getting the training done, because we are not always motivated to do that. And what we see, especially like with general people who are just starting to work out, maybe that's you, then just getting there. Once you start training, you notice that you enjoy it, but while you are getting there, it's hard. Or maybe today you feel motivated, but you have training later in the day, or maybe tomorrow. And that's a lot of time difference. That's why you cannot just rely on motivation, because motivation comes and goes. So therefore, let's go ahead with these 3 tips, how to make sure to get your training done. So the first topic that we have here is plan ahead. And planning ahead will give you the clarity and increases chances of getting the workout done. Because when we don't plan things ahead, when we just think, I will think on the spot and I'm not sure like how my day will be, and maybe I will do it in the morning, maybe in the evening, it depends how my day goes. What are the chances of you actually getting it done? If you are an athlete and you exercise or train in a club, or you have maybe gym sessions with a coach, then you know that you are much more likely to go there because you have that accountability of a club. It's like you have to show up there. So therefore, planning ahead and just thinking for a few minutes, like when would it be the best time to work out, gives you a lot of accountability and much higher success rate when it comes to getting your training done. So think about time. When? Generally speaking, most people who work in the morning hours or during the day, they work out either in the evening after the work or before the work. And this depends what you prefer. But generally speaking, again, people who train in the morning before they go to work, there are some benefits to that. And the most benefits they find is that they feel energetic for the rest of the day. Another thing is that you already accomplish one thing that is important to you. You feel better about yourself, so you are increasing also your confidence. On the other hand, if you would to train after the work, you might be lacking energy because you are drained from the work, maybe stressed from the work. You might need to be hurrying home to feed your kids, or maybe something happens. It's much more likely that you will get interrupted later in the day than early or in the early morning when everybody is asleep. If you are like me, you don't feel like super energetic in the morning, and that is perfectly fine. But there is a workaround. You just get up early, you can get used to that, and just by getting moving a little bit, giving yourself some time to get, to warm up, will actually make the training in the morning more satisfying or more doable, right? You don't want to probably just jump out of the bed and hit 400-meter intervals. In the morning, you usually need a longer period to warm up all your muscles and joints. So take that into your account and plan ahead. So now we have time. Let's speak about the place, because maybe you need to go to a gym. Different thing is if you work out at home, and different things if you need to drive somewhere far. We will get back to that later. So whatever you do it in a way that fits your goals. So if your goal is just you are starting to work out and maybe you just need that practice and doing that every day to build that habit of moving, of exercising, then the least amount of effort that you can put is the best way here. That means workouts at home are probably the best. If you need to go to the gym, there is already one obstacle that you need to overcome. Because the chances are that tomorrow morning, if you do it in the morning, you will not be motivated. What you can use here is accountability from a different person. So maybe if you agree with somebody, maybe it is a coach, maybe it's your friend. If you need to get to that gym, getting together, making it a social activity, having that accountability from another person definitely helps. So now that we have clarity, you have the time planned and place planned, put it down into your agenda. If you don't have agenda, you should, but that's a different topic. Anyway, put it into your calendar, make it official, make it inevitable, so to speak. Now, how much should you plan? That is a very good question. Like, should you plan all of that, or there is maybe something else that you should plan? Well, it all depends how serious you are about the workout that is coming. Maybe if it's just your general workout, your general daily dose of exercise, then you don't need to do as much planning, right? Especially if you are already training day by day, you are in that movement, you are in that habit. If you are just establishing that habit, it's good to plan these things that we spoke about before. And then there are some key workouts that you need some more planning for. So for example, right now I'm preparing for a race, and today I had a pretty big workout. Let's call it a key workout. And in this key workout, what I wanted to replicate is the equipment for the race, the time of the race. So I want to start not in the evening if I'm racing at 8 a.m. So I want to practice getting up earlier, eat before the training like I would on a race day, use the equipment I would on the race day, and start at the time at the race day. So there is much more logistics involved in that. I had to plan a little bit more ahead, but all that planning is worth it, and it's not really that much as it might seem. So what I planned was actually for that key workout, I prepared my breakfast a day ahead, and I also prepared my meals after the workout and the nutrition during the workout, because it was a 2-hour or nearly 2-hour long workout that was very intense. So I made sure that everything is prepared. I'm not leaving things up to chance, and I know exactly when, where, and how I will exercise. By the way, not knowing what exercises you would do can put you in a spot that you think like, you start thinking, what should I do, how I should do it, how many reps, how many sets, and all that thinking will just give you an opportunity not to do the workout. If you are just starting out, well, do as little planning as possible. These are the things that we mentioned before: the time, the place, and that is to ensure that you just don't overwhelm yourselves with planning or overthink it and do the actual workout, because there are some people who really love planning, who really love, to figure out the things, but for them it's like kind of procrastination when you just plan and not do. So if the planning should prevent you in the end from working out, you should plan less in that case. Let's go to the point number 2, design your environment. So you already know when you are going to work out, where you are going. Maybe you even have some accountability. Now, there are things that maybe you don't consider or that might go out of your control, but having your equipment prepared, so maybe your gym clothes by your bed, your running shoes by your bed. I even sometimes sleep in my running clothes, like running underwear and especially socks, my running socks, because this I identified to be the biggest obstacle actually from me for going for a run in the morning. So everything else equipment wise is not an obstacle for me, but putting on the socks, it is. Maybe you have something completely different. So just having that hardest part already done for you, maybe the evening before. Putting a banana maybe by your table so you are fueled for hard workouts. Having a bottle of water by your table or something like that. It all helps you to do the workout, to get to it and to get it done. So design your environment, make it inevitable for you to trip over your shoes and to put them on and get yourself running, get yourself to the gym, do the workout. Then the last thing is actually when it comes to training, because especially in the morning hours you might not be feeling like working out, especially when it comes to like some hard training session. Or maybe if you do training in the afternoon hours, you might be tired from your work, from school, or for any kind of reason, or maybe just stressed out. So the thing that you can consider here is, if you have planned a hard workout, get it done. Maybe scale it down, scale down the intensity. Start maybe just moving, Maybe you don't feel like that, but once you start moving, once you get into the basic movements, you find that energy. Because often we feel like we lack energy, especially if you work in the office, you are sitting on your chair, there is not fresh air, there is not enough movement. Maybe you didn't drink enough water. So maybe you want to just drink water, get some fresh air, get yourself moving, and you find that you get all the energy that you considered that you did not have. So these are the tips from me for you today. If you have any tips that you would love to share, send me a message or put them down in the comments. I'm really curious what works for you and how you implement it in your life. Also, let me know if this was helpful for you, because I spent quite a lot of time figuring these things out for myself, and I really love to share. And if it makes impact, then that's the most heartwarming message that I can get from you guys. And guys, if you lack that accountability, if you want to have somebody to help you actually to get into that exercise habit, maybe to improve your nutrition and finally get into the shape that you deserve to be in without being like all in, all out, and actually learn how to be consistent, then reach out to me. Because what I see often is that people, when they have motivation, they are not looking for a coach and they are just all out, but then after a week or two, they just drop off the rails. So don't be like that. If you are currently not motivated, that's when you should hire a coach. So reach out to me, schedule your free strategy call.